a short video from me. I always say a short video. I hope it really ends up to be not that long again. But I really wanted to give you an update about the court hearing, etc., and let you know what's going to happen and when the admission date is, etc. So I got out of my bed especially for you guys. And it helped me to get out of my bed, and I just ate and I thought, well, now I'm going to make the video and afterwards I can rest again. But I really wanted to update you because of my last video. There were so many people commenting and reacting on it. I don't know where they all come from, but I'm thankful that people are thinking along with me, and that is really helpful. I wasn't able to read all the comments because it was just too much and I was so tired, and it has been a very stressful week. But I thought, well, okay, I'm going to upload a video again, then I can tell you all at once what happened. It was quite a difficult week because I had to talk to my lawyer and ask his advice, and I had a talk with the clinic and with an eating disorder specialist, and we were all looking at what was possible and what wasn't. And the conclusion is that the clinic can't offer me the help that I need, but they are still willing to take me in and take the risk that my situation is going to get worse and that I will die there. And they are willing to do so because she said, the psychiatrist, the leader of that clinic, she said, well, if we're not going to do anything, you are going to die within a few days probably, or within a few weeks. And when you are here, at least we can give you some care and some help, and that is more than you have right now. And well, there is a chance then, when I don't do anything, then I don't have a chance to recover at all. And they were still looking for a hospital, but all the hospital beds that are for people with an eating disorder are not available. So there are a few hospitals in the Netherlands where they do take people with an eating disorder, and they don't take people in a normal hospital bed when you have such a severe eating disorder. Then you can be declined. That's the way it works here. I keep saying I don't understand anything of it because I have so many other different issues besides my eating disorder, with my diabetes and with my intestines, and I thought they could take me this for that only. But we call it a contraindication. I think that's also an English word. And when you have a contraindication, and an eating disorder is a contraindication, then they are allowed to decline you even though you're on the edge of dying. So then it's legal to do so, and that's what's happening in the Netherlands, and why I can't get that help. And like I said, I can go to the ER, but they will release me in 48 hours max, and most of the time already in 24 hours. So it's not helpful to do so. Well, my lawyer advised me to put an addendum in the ask for the authorization, and it was declined by the judge. The court hearing was also very strange, and the judge and the lawyer said that also afterwards, that it was different than they are used to, and it is because we weren't actually, it wasn't clear what would be the best way to do this, and the judge was very aware of that as well, because she said, okay, the clinic says we are willing to accept you, so are willing to help you, but they actually can't do that in the practice, and and they expect it to get worse, so my risk of dying when I start there will be higher, and yet there is no other solution. So we have to choose between two negative cases or scenarios, and what's the least bad one of them. Um, so at the end, she decided to give that judicial authorization to the clinic. So I am now obliged to go there, and they are obliged to take me. So it's two sides of the coin. So and they are allowed to keep me there for 6 months, because that's how long that authorization is valid. And yeah, and like I said before, I have to make my own food, I have to order my own food, I have to prepare it myself, I have to eat it myself. I will get a food list, but I won't get any support of it, so I have to do it myself. But what they will do is they will get my blood work. If something happens, they can react on it because there are nurses there. So that's what they can do. And of course, I'm not alone anymore. And that's what they say. I mean, they do have experience with people with problems, of course. It's a clinic. And they want to help me with the underlying problems. And that's what they do. And they have also some kinds of rules that they are not, that it's against their way of working, to focus on an eating disorder. So that's why they usually don't take people with a severe eating disorder, because the focus is quickly on that, and that's against their the way they work. And it wouldn't be good for the other patients either. So there are lots of reasons why they can't give me the care, and they really wanted to get me into a hospital, but there is no hospital bed available. And since this clinic works with beds that are for people who stay there longer, there is a bed available now. So they said, if we wait for a hospital to go first, then that bed in the clinic won't be available for me anymore. So then, yeah, they can't help me at all anymore. So it was also up to me and up to them to take this risk. And they say that I have a chance of dying for 80%, and a 20% chance of surviving, more or less. And that seems very little chance, but on the other hand, I think I really still keep believing in miracles, and 20% is a lot. I mean, there are people who have 1%, with severe cancer, stage 4 or whatever, and I have a chance. 20%, that's huge, that's immense. I'm not gonna focus on that 80, I forget that. I focus on that 20, and I'm going to make that 30 and 40 and 50, just as long as I'm at the 100, and then I will survive. So I will have to keep that in mind. And I wanted to make something clear as well, because there are discussions now on my channel about me walking away constantly and other things. To make clear, I only went away from a treatment once in my life. Only once. That was last October. I stayed in that hospital for 12 days and then I ran away. That was a huge mistake, and I see that, and I'm totally aware of that. But that is the only one time that I went away. I've never run away anywhere from any treatment. So when I had to leave from a treatment, that was because a clinic or a hospital sent me home, because they said, you're about to die, we can't help you anymore. And then I needed to go, and that was the only reason. So going away myself was only this time, and that is why I myself asked for that judicial authorization, because now I can't walk away. They need to keep me there for 6 months. So if I feel like one day I think, oh, I'm too scared, they can't give me the care, I'm dying here, and they don't agree, then I'm not allowed to leave anymore. And I do that to protect myself from my own fears, because they are very big. And I have my medical issues, but I also have an eating disorder. And that's all about fear. And not being able to let go of control, and then I get a panic attack. And when I'm in a panic attack, I do stupid things like running away from a hospital, like I did last time. And I can be so sorry for it, but that doesn't mean I wouldn't do it again when I'm in a panic attack. So this is for me also for my own protection. It's just that it's not as I hoped for, but that's just the way it is, and I will have to let it go, and I will have to surrender to that. And I'm thankful for all the comments I got that you say, well, at least you got a chance, and miracles exist, and they will help you, even if it's not perfect, of course. And that's what I'm so thankful for, because the biggest thing why I still want to go and not give up before is that I know they want to help me. Even though they can't, they want to, and they will help me in ways they can, and that's indeed already more than I have right now, because now I don't have any help at all, except of my therapist, who is very helping me, and my sponsor from the 12 Steps program, who is a blessing to me totally as well. And my friend here, because he's also a blessing. I mean, he can't help me with my eating disorder, etc. But you know, when somebody loves you, that's help in itself. I mean, love is healing, and of course, I can't expect other people to take things over from me, or to take care of me, or whatever. But being loved is already so wonderful, and that's also what I'm so thankful for you guys, because everybody says, or not everybody, lots of you tell me that you want to help me practically, and I love that, and it's so sweet. But by being there and listening to my story, and going along with me, and loving me, that is such a gift. So thank you so much for that. And oh yeah, another question that I got, and there were discussions about it as well, so about the leaving, and also about addiction. I'm not addicted to drugs or alcohol or whatever. I'm just afraid of it, because in my family I have a lot of addicts, and I know, of course, that it's partly genetical, and I know I'm very vulnerable to it. So I decided at a very young age already to never drink alcohol, not even a sip, never smoke cigarettes, never take drugs. And I'm also scared of just normal drugs that are prescribed from my GP. So I was always against taking painkillers, for example. I never took them, even though I was in pain. So that's why I'm so scared about that morphine. But we will see. I will surrender to it. They know what they do, and I will just have to let it go and see what happens. And this is just something, yeah, it's scary, but I'm not alone. God is going with me, and He's the biggest source of power and strength, of course, there is available. And I want to surrender to the process and what's going to come. And sometimes it's so scary to think about it that I just shut it off right now, because it scares me too much. But sometimes I'll let the fear come in just a little already, and be prepared and let it be there, because it's good to be scared. It would be madness if I wouldn't. You know, I'm handing out my life to people I don't know, and I haven't got a clue what's going to happen and whether I'm going to survive. So that's scary. That would be scary for everybody. So that fear is just normal and healthy, I think. And I don't have to shut it down or something. Just let it be. The admission date. The admission date will be Tuesday, the 11th of April. So it has been postponed a few days, and that is because of the Easter weekend. Because the psychiatrist said, when we take you in just before Easter, at that weekend there won't be doctors, there will be much less nurses available. And she said that's not a good start, because it will be for you probably very stressful, and you will need more help than other people around. And I need yeah, so she said, we're going to admit you then the 11th, so the Tuesday afterwards. So that's still 10 days from now on. And I will have to keep myself alive those 10 days. And I'm going to take you along with me as well. I hope to make one or two or videos in that 10 days that I can tell you how I'm going to survive, because I haven't got a clue yet. I will be alone with Easter. My friend is going to his family, and that's something I'm really not looking forward to, and I'm thinking of a way how to get through those days by myself, um, and prepare myself for what's going to come, especially in how can I surrender the best way. And maybe you can think along for me as well what I can do when I'm in the clinic, because I have to, I will get therapy right away, but that is also not that often, of course. And they said I need to find ways to distract me as much as I can that are healthy and don't cost much energy, and I can do, for example, by lying in my bed. Well, I love reading, but I'm far too tired to concentrate for a long time, so half an hour max is what I can do. I saw every single nice movie or series on Netflix already and on YouTube, so there's not very much that would be appealing for me to watch. And I'm not the kind of girl who likes knitting, etc. So I get a little annoyed because I don't have much patience. But maybe you can think of something I could do in my bed, or when I'm in my wheelchair just for a few minutes. For example, I thought about darts, but then the darts that aren't with the real darts, but the fake one for children that stick to the wall, you know. I think maybe that could be something. Or I don't know, they also have like that little pistols also for children where you just blow a ball instead of something that hurts somebody. But maybe that could give me some kind of relief or something. I don't know. I was just thinking about what can I do when I'm very scared, which distracts me, and I can do physically, because of course I can't go tennis or run around or something. So if you can think along with me, I think some children's games or something that you can do by yourself, that maybe would be an option. And maybe you have other ideas. Okay, I'm talking already so long, and I wanted to do the quote of the day today because it was a good one, even though it wasn't what I expected. But okay, and let's do this. I will first read it in English, in Dutch, and it's of Edwin Elliot. And in Dutch it says: door jezelf te zijn, laat je iets wonderbaarlijks vrij in de wereld dat er voorheen niet was. And that is translated into English: by being yourself, you're letting something free in the world that is miraculous and hasn't been there before. And actually, I think it's a good one for today, because miraculous doesn't mean it's wonderful, perfect, something everybody wishes for. No, it's something that is beyond normal. And I think that is something that you can influence yourself also just by being yourself, because you are unique. I am unique as a person. You are unique as a person. So nobody else can do what you can, and nobody else can be like you are. And just being yourself is actually also being a miracle in itself, because we are all little miracles walking around on this earth. And when I see all the comments on YouTube and people commenting on what I should do different, and lots of things that are being said, positive and negative, I just stick to I'm being myself here. And that will be with my positive things, and also with all my negative things. I mean, I know I'm far, far, far from perfect, but you know what? You see what you get is what you see is what you get, you know, and that's the case with me. I will be open, I will be honest, and I will keep doing that, and you can judge me on that, totally fine, but I will keep being myself. And if that is going to mean that there's going to be a miracle worked out in me in the way I would love to, and that would mean that I would recover, that would be my biggest, biggest, biggest dream come true. If not, then it's just the way it is. If I'm going to make huge mistakes in the coming time, that's just the way it is. If I'm going to do well, that would be wonderful, and then that's the way it is. But I won't do or be somebody I'm not. And that is what I want to encourage you with as well. You can be just the way you are. What other people think about it, let that be their problem, you know? You are unique, you are perfect just the way you are, and of course we all want to grow and we want to change for the better, but that is what you want to do, and not if somebody else wants you to change for their sake, because that's not how it's meant to be. Okay, I'm going to quit now. I'm going to upload this video right away so you can join me when it's still Sunday, and I will keep you updated, and I'm really, really, really looking forward to your comments again, because it also helps me when I'm laying in my bed and feeling down and stressed out, etc. So please keep sharing also towards each other, because I see that people are helping each other also. That's so, I get so happy when I see that other people encourage other people when they tell about their struggles, and there is so many people struggling. So yeah, I'm thankful for that. Also thankful for other people that you help each other. So thank you, and keep doing that, and looking forward to seeing you again or hearing from you again, and give you a big hug out of the Netherlands and a kiss as always. So bye.